Hey everyone. Today we're diving into the world of leases. Specifically, we'll break down capital leases and operating leases in a way that's easy to understand. Let's get started. All right, so imagine you're leasing something like a big piece of equipment or even a car. With a capital lease, it's kind of like you're buying it. Here's why. First, ownership transfer. By the end of the lease, you might actually get to own the asset, often at a pretty good price. Second, lease duration. The lease usually lasts for most of the asset's useful life, so you're using it for a long time. Next, payment structure. Your payments cover most of the cost of the asset, so it feels like you're paying off a loan. And finally, accounting treatment. On your financial statements, this lease shows up like you've bought the asset. You'll list it as an asset and a liability, and you'll also record depreciation and interest. Here's a quick example. If you're leasing a big piece of machinery for several years and then buying it at a reduced price, that's a capital lease. Now, let's talk about operating leases. This is more like renting something for a shorter period. Here's what's different. First, ownership transfer. You don't get to buy the asset at the end of the lease. It's just a rental. Second, lease duration. The lease is usually for a shorter time than the asset's total useful life, so you're only using it temporarily. Next, payment structure. Your payments are like paying rent, and they cover just the use of the asset plus a bit of profit for the owner. And finally, accounting treatment. For operating leases, you don't put the asset on your balance sheet. You just record the lease payments as expenses on your income statement. Here's another quick example. Leasing an office space for a few years or renting a car for a short trip. At the end of the lease, you return the asset and don't own it. To sum it up, capital leases, it's like buying the asset. You'll record it on your balance sheet and might own it eventually. Operating leases, it's like renting. You just record the lease payments as an expense and return the asset when you're done. Hope that clears things up. If you've got any questions or want to dive deeper into leases, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more financial tips.